A very good evening to you and welcome to Correro, a platform where we dissect Nigerian political issues. I am Godwin Sunday. Nigeria's political landscape is evolving, but not without concern. As party defections increase and opposition voices grow weaker, the conversations around the possibility of a one-party dominance have become even louder. While political strength can bring stability, history reminds us that excessive concentration of power often raises red flags for democracy, accountability, and governance. A system tilted towards one-party dominance risks even limiting debate, weakening institutions, and reducing political competition, elements that are essential for healthy governance. Beyond the elections, the real danger lies in policy making, checks and balances, and the ability of citizens to demand accountability. So the question becomes, are Nigerians' political parties strengthening democracy, or the current trend is even quietly paving the way towards a one-party system? Okay, so that's on one end, and if so, what safeguard must exist to protect democratic values and political plurality? Tonight on Correro, we will examine Nigerians' politics and political parties, focusing on the dangers of a one-party system in governance. Joining me on this table tonight is Honorable Kingsley Wenenda Wali, elder statesman and director, Board of Education Champions League. Well, stay with us at this point. We will go for a short break, and when we return, we'll dive into the conversation. Please go nowhere. All right, welcome back. With me in the studio is Honorable Kingsley. It's a delight to have you join us on Correro.
Thank you, sir. Godwin.
Well, Honorable, let's even dive into the conversation. First, we've seen what is...
Sorry, I'm jumping right into your throat.
All right, please.
The honorable bit.
Okay, Honorable Kingsley.
There's nothing honorable about me.
All right. Let's go with the narrative, Mr. Kingsley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that works. So let's even look at the country in general, where we are right now. 30 governors have defected. Approximately, or the All Progressive Congress have approximately about 30 governors right now as it stands. Critics will argue that Nigeria is already tilting towards a one-party state. But then, the question is, can we say that coming from critics, is this an exaggerated fear, or rather is a real threat? Are we actually there, or we are romancing with a one-party system?
I guess the problem for me, has to do with the laziness of the political class. And of course, the illiteracy of some public commentators. I was listening to a program this morning, and the on-air personality that was there was so disgusted by what the so-called analyst was saying that I had to ask him, please, can I have an idea of your background? The challenge you have is a lot of people just have access to microphone and they don't speak from the point of facts and history. If you look at it more critically, what's wrong with a one-party state? China is a one-party state. Russia is a one-party state. What is wrong with... The problem is that we have this mindset about Western-type democracy. And we're so fixated on that every time we talk as if we're in the UK or in the US, but we don't even have the mannerisms of those people. So I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with the one-party state, because there are states that are functioning effectively. The average Nigerian will tell you that, oh, look at Rwanda. How many parties do you have in Rwanda? It's not about the number of the parties. It's about the people who populate either the party or the parties. Do you understand? So I get a bit confused is not the word, because I have a clear head on what I think about party politics and all of that. But you see, you have a situation where most people just tell you that they are politicians. They don't even want to do the things that politicians do. They are not even as charismatic and as intelligent as politicians. Do you understand? So, I give you a practical example. I was born in an era where I got into the Second Republic politics. I was a witness to Second Republic politics. I was a witness to Third Republic politics. The Fourth Republic politics is the worst example of politics, from what they do and how they gather. There's something fundamentally wrong about people who are holding political offices, moving from one party to the other. It's an indictment on both where they are going to and where they're coming from. It simply means that the house we are coming from was not suited for political engagement, number one. Then most of them come and tell you that, oh, we want our people to connect with the federal center. We want to benefit, which is an indictment on the center. That means the center is discriminating. And the president of Nigeria, the federal government, the president of Nigeria, is the president of Nigeria, not the president of his party. But you see, people don't even have these conversations along those lines. It's not a great thing to say that I'm going to join the party at the center so that my people can benefit. The laws of Nigeria are very clear. No president has a right to discriminate against any other state simply because that party. Do you understand? The party.
But that has not been the order of the day so far.
Well, if there's
in our nascent Fourth Republic democracy,
yes, of course, yes.
We've seen what has played out.
Yes.
Where we are even operating a unitary system that is even masking a federalism so far.
We like terms.
Well, it's a simple term.
Yeah,
when you look at it, the center has always become, it has been very strong when it has to do with the Nigerian
I don't want
politics.
to call names. I don't want to call names, but I'll tell you that this whole idea of the center being too powerful is because those at the federating units, those at the subnational levels, are fundamentally lazy. We were all in this country when a governor got up and challenged the federal government of Nigeria over the issue of VAT. A governor in Nigeria challenged the federal government and he won. Don't forget that when Emefiele was CBN governor, they had this Naira resign policy and all of that. Some governors felt, led by Governor El Rufai, they went to court, they won. So if somebody infringes on your rights and puts himself in your territory, you owe that community a responsibility to defend that territory. But because out of laziness, people just let go, out of fear or whatever. So I actually don't want to feel that we have a problem with regards to the number of parties that the ruling party has, governors they have. They're just individuals. Nigerians will, as usual, deal with the way they want to deal.
But looking at what is playing out right now, again, we'll ask, are we ready for this conversation of a one-party state? Can we even navigate and even go beyond this point right now? Is Nigeria ready for a one-party conversation?
We're going back to where we're coming from, which I'm saying that I don't see anything wrong with a one-party system. You've cited Rwanda. Exactly, that's what I said. If anything was wrong about
looking at what the ethnographical structure of Nigeria, where we were.
Guy,
looking at the various
you were in
groups,
this country when they had the Rwanda's genocide.
Yes.
What was the basis for the genocide?
Well, it was an ethnic clash.
Exactly. The problem we have is that we don't have the right leadership. If you have the right leadership and Nigerians see the person that is leading and not ruling, whatever party, whatever political structure that is there, makes no sense to them. Does the name of a party or the kind of system you're running affect the price of food in the market? It doesn't. Good governance does. That's the difference. Let's leave all of these semantics about one-party state, you know, everybody's just looking for their own fiefdoms where they will go and rule. And for God's sake, on the basis of facts, there's an on-air personality who only keeps saying, I need an empirical evidence of the fact that we don't have other parties in this country. Godwin, there's something Nigerians do that the press actually ignores. I watch interviews and they're saying, oh, this person is being sidelined. He was the one who registered the party. In a democracy, one person owning a party? I give you an example. There's some fellow in Enugu, Anambra State, who says he was the one who registered NNPP, New Nigerian People's Party, that the leaders of NNPP validated his claim by saying that they went to see him in his village so that they can use his platform. Don't forget that even the current main opposition party, which is the African Democratic Congress, belong to WOSU, right? So I don't even want us talking about political, but they don't exist. They don't exist. What you have is groups of people who just gather for the sole purpose of acquiring power. Can you identify the All Progressive Congress? This is their ideology, this is their policy. Can you say that?
Well, they have it on paperwork.
I like to see, even if it's on
they have a constitution.
Well, yes.
We can't categorically say they don't have a constitution. Of course, they have a binding document. By that binding document, we can say that all the political parties in Nigeria.
No, we're making a mistake here. Yeah. Let's be clear on it. I didn't say you don't have rules. I said, what is the ideology?
It's stipulated in the India manifesto. You don't think so?
Sorry?
It's stipulated in their constitution, the party's constitution.
It's not my responsibility to show this our ideology. We're left of center, we're right of center, we're liberals, we're progressives and all of that. What's the name? All Progressive Congress. It was supposed to be a pro-people party, right? Socialist, left of the center type party. But every policy of this administration, you understand, is capitalist. So are you going to say that this party, this all progressive, the party in power is left of the center party? No. Don't forget, I don't have anything against anybody being whatever or saying that this party is capitalist. No, I'm a capitalist. I believe in the fundamental principle of capitalism. But somebody is saying, I'm here. That's what you are. The African Democratic Congress that is bearing his head now, what can you identify them with? What can you say this is the ideology of the party? So I don't want us talking about parties because they don't exist within the context.
Allegedly.
No, they don't exist.
No, that's allegedly.
I'm using my words carefully.
All right.
Do you understand? That's why I'm saying that they don't exist within the context of ideological basis. Somebody says he owns a party. NNPP, the owner, there's an owner who is still saying today he's the owner of the party. The ADC saw how Wosu and this other chap, they were quarreling over whatever. He was all registered the party. And I'm sure there are many other parties that individuals just got their friends' names and put them. It's a testament of how this system works. Do you understand? A situation where individuals will claim ownership of a political party, and you talk about multi-party democracy? Are we not better off if we have one party that is probably as big as APC is now? So what kind of fight and go there?
And it will defeat the aim of our nascent democracy.
Sorry?
It will defeat the aim of our nascent democracy. Why would it?
It's about leadership. If the people who are there are leaders and not rulers, and they want to offer Nigerians...
It will automatically lead to an autocratic system. More of a totalitarian system.
You like Brahma. Trust me, you do. Because what are we facing now? What are you facing now? The National Assembly has refused to do what? Come up with an electoral act that Nigerians are asking for. What's the big deal about having a law? We want to go into an election. Neither INEC nor you know what the rules are. As it stands now, we don't have an electoral law that is in consonance with what Nigerians are asking for. What are they asking for? Free and transparent election. What does it take? go vote. Right there, you transmit your votes and all of that. I said to somebody this morning, I said, we can transmit electronically trillions of naira, but we can't transmit 200 million votes. Doesn't make sense. So when you talk about autocracy, what's autocracy? Talk about dictatorship. What is that? If not what you're noticing now. But I guess, okay, you were away for most of last year when they had issues about the tax bill. And they would say, oh, it's not the original.
Tax reforms.
Who does that in a civilized environment? See, when you do stuff like that, it just reminds me of the military era. People sit down among themselves and come up under the Armed Forces Regional Council or Supreme Military Council and say, this is what we want. It doesn't matter if what Nigerian people want or not. This government owes us an apology. Whatever it was that happened, that the House of Reps member came up, it wasn't me. It wasn't me that said it during the session. That the law they passed is different from what was gazetted. And he put it down for all of us to see. The minority caucus came there, they set up a committee, they investigated and said, yes, this was what happened. They just overruled them. That's dictatorship. That's autocracy. If that's not, tell me what's...
Well, it's interesting. But then looking at Nigeria, where we are right now as a people.
Looks like I'm screaming.
Well, you're not screaming. Of course, you are airing your opinion on this. But then looking at where we are right now as a country, looking at the whole defection saga, which is played out, you've said that there is nothing wrong with the one-party state. The challenge is a leadership.
Exactly.
A challenge.
Exactly.
Of course, you've also said that we already operating more of a dictatorial a kind of leadership system. Yeah. But then, looking at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policies.
Did you read this day yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
When they said the president has said that somebody who is not a member of a political party should be the leader of that party.
Well, political leader, by the way. That was all cited. To be the political leader of the party,
not the party that is not a member.
But let's even look at all of that. And looking at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration right now, can we say that this whole administration can sustain a one-party system and not turn Nigeria into a draconian system?
If you ask me sincerely, and my honest opinion is this: I feel for them. I feel for the APC. But some people believe that. The president is strategic enough, he has the experience, is very astute, so he'll be able to manage it. There will certainly be an implosion in APC. Certainly. What I think is happening is this. Even the governors who are moving because they are not sure what will be the fate of the party they want to run on. Because they feel that some people somewhere will orchestrate a process that will make it impossible for them to even be candidates recognized by INEC. For example, if you're a member of PDP, what's your fate today as a governor? What's your fate? INEC says one thing about the political party today, the court say another thing tomorrow. But one thing I know for certain is that until proven wrong, the courts are right. I really don't care what anybody says about, oh, judiciary did this, judiciary didn't do that. No. Until the courts say otherwise. Whatever pronouncements that are pending are correct. If that be the case, what will be the fate of the governors in PDP who have not crossed over to APC? So it's survival.
And not about leadership.
No, it's survival. It's not about service.
Political survival.
It's survival. And if I'm going to be pragmatic here, it makes some sense, really. So when you're talking about dictatorship and autocracy, those are the issues you'll be looking at. Why is it that parties are having issues? There's no party today apart from APC that is sure of going to election.
And it has been alleged that the All Progressive Congress are practically destabilizing other political parties. Well, it has been alleged. A lot of minority political parties that we've had on this show have alleged.
You see, the point
that it's a deliberate move by the All Progressive Congress.
Yes, the problem is
let me get you react to that. But looking at it from the minority political party perspective, do you even share in this perspective?
If you don't put your house in order, it is not the business of the government in power to help you fix it. If you're being rational, all of the political configurations that you have all have big questions. For example, the PDP. Their problem started in 2023. There was no sincere effort to fix it. Rather, what people were doing was, let's try and grab the party. Let me try and own the party and all of that, and not deal with the legal implications of what they were doing. That's one. Two is what we have already discussed about the issue of one person owning the party. So when you want to transfer the ownership to another person, somebody who feels not being taken along will now become a clog. And if I was a government, the party in government, I would sustain that fight there.
So you were saying at this point that
it's a very lazy argument to say that the parties are destroying.
APC, PDP, People's Democratic Party, is having internal rift.
All of the other parties are.
Labour Party is not spared.
Even ADC.
ADC right now is experiencing a lot of division, and you.
I don't know about division.
Well, internal wrangling.
I don't know about that.
Let's look
what
at
I know. Let's be specific. What I know is that the
I'm telling you at this point that they are having internal wrangling within all political parties in the country. There tend to be like a crack within the political party and the political space. And looking at all of this, you say that it's not a deliberate move by the All Progressive and the ruling party to even disrupt the system in order to benefit.
No, what I said is, I can't make definitive statements about the fact that it is not the all party, the APC that is doing it. But what I'm saying, which I wouldn't be scared of defending anywhere, is that if you put your house in order, your neighbors will not come on.
So other political parties right now, minority political parties, their houses are not in order.
There's no party that is built on principles in this country. That's the problem. They are all about the next election. Do you understand? They're about the next election. And because they're about the next election, they don't have a common interest. They don't have a common interest. Everybody wants a vehicle, an SPV that will take them to power. You come from a different background, I come from a different background. I have my agenda for coming to meet with you. If that thing that I'm looking for doesn't work, do you understand? You walk. You walk away. But if it was about an ideology, like in those days we had the PRP, whatever you were doing, whatever you were saying, if you did not believe in the populist agenda of the PRP and Malam Aminu Kanu, you had no business going there. Your money wasn't going to take you from this place to that place in PRP. There was no doubt about the fundamental principles under which the MPN, that's National Party of Nigeria, existed. They were unapologetic about the fact they were conservatives. You knew what Unity Party of Nigeria was about. It was pro-people, social welfare. It was clear. You understand? That's why I keep saying that if only the parties will, if only these individuals, right, will build a political party based on fundamental principles, pro-people, pro-capital, or whatever, it will be so difficult for you to break in. Because what binds them together is bigger than their individual interests. So, if I was managing APC, I will encourage the fights. I will encourage the fights in other party. Just the way that if I was a member of any of these other parties, I would wish APC that they have problems, which of course they're going to have.
Well, a lot of members of the All Progressive Congress will disagree with you even on that term, saying that they will have a challenge.
Let me give you an example.
All right, please.
Godwin, let me give you an example. APC is already a big party, a big platform. And there are people who have been aspiring who have been planning to be governorship aspirants in the states that they are not ruling. They have been the ones holding forth for the party. They have in the Nigerian palace structures that they have spent time, money, and resources generally. Then you go bring somebody who says because he's governor now, probably an unpopular person in his state, his tenure was wrong, it was very unpopular. Then because he's gone to APC, you give all of them tickets, right? You think those people are going to stay back?
Well,
some will stay.
Well, it's like since you're taking us to this point.
Yes, sir. I'm just going to clear the issue about division of the party and inclusion.
You're taking us even to the state level. We will come to the state level because this conversation, will not put the icing on the cake without even taking the conversation of a one-party state down to the subnationals. Of course, we will do that immediately after this break. We'll take a short break right now. When we return, we will dive into the other part of this conversation. Please go nowhere. Well, you're welcome back. I'm still in the studio with the person of Mr. Kingsley Wali, who is helping us even understand where we are as a country when it has to do with the one-party state. Now, before we went on that break, Mr. Kingsley, we talked about the states, looking at the various states across the country. And let's even take it from even the River State right now, where the politics is a bit trickish. The state assembly is doing their part, and of course the governor is also doing his part to ensure that it brings about a balance when it has to do with leadership. But then what do you make of the River State development right now in line with the party structures?
I'm trying to figure out what you actually mean, what's going on in River State within the context of the party structures, right?
Yes.
And not the issues of governance and the impeachment and all of that.
Yeah.
And not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just dealing with the structure of the parties, right?
Let's take it from the structure of the party, at least. Because you've cited a similar scenario where yesterday's papers carried that the president.
I was just trying to burnish the idea of dictatorship and autocracy. That can only happen in a dictatorship, where somebody in a particular party, will give instructions, not something on a party. So that's it. But again, yes, we have a very unique type system in River State now, where you literally cannot find the divide between the PDP and APC in River State. I'm not going to blame anybody for that. Why won't I do that? It's because people get involved in politics and they have their strategies. And it's in consonance with what I said earlier on. I would take advantage of anything if I'm a politician and in the political space. I would take advantage of anything that makes it possible for me to have enjoy some leverage over and above the other people. Now, if the APC in River State is in the form and shape that a political party should be, right? You will not have a situation where somebody who is not the party leader is the leader of the party. But somebody from the outside is smart enough to know that these people are not structured. They are not okay. Let me just annex them. And that's what has happened. Yes, that's what has happened. Somebody who is smart enough to know what it takes to weaken the opposition. It's not just weakening, he annexed the other party. He's not committed any offense that I know, as far as the laws of the Federal Government of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria is.
So, as it stands right now, River State is a typical example of a state that has a political divide.
All states have political divide.
Let's take River State as a case study that has a
I want to emphasize the fact that all states have divide.
They have a peculiar political divide.
Tell me about
in River State. For the first time in the country, we're seeing sitting assembly members belonging to the same party going against a sitting governor.
It happened in Anambra, Enugu State.
It's a peculiar situation right now. The last time it happened, it didn't see this up. It has not happened for a while, where it's the whole assembly going against the governor. We're seeing that happening in Rivers State right now. And it's already...
They belong to the same party, or the whole assembly trying to impeach. Which one?
Yes, the impeachment saga.
Because they are all in the same party.
All are in the same party. Looking at what is playing out in Rivers State, which is already on a one-party state trajectory. What is playing out in Rivers State?
No, it can't be on one-party state trajectory rather, because you have the ADC there. You have Social Democratic
we don't
Party.
have the ADC
you have
in the
Labour.
assembly.
Sorry?
We don't have the ADC in the
Are you
assembly.
talking specifically about the assembly?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about from the assembly through to even Governor Siminalayi Fubara.
Okay.
We don't have members of the minority members in there. But assembly.
As of today, we have PDP and APC members in the assembly.
But majority of the assembly members in Rivers State that forms the Rivers State Assembly are all part of the All Progressive Congress majority. And the majority that are even calling for the impeachment of the governor is even from the APC. In this
Why wouldn't you see it as democracy in action, where people are holding the governor accountable, irrespective
Is it
of...
actually democracy in action in Rivers
What
State?
is it? Did anybody carry gun or carry knives? Did you hear bombs in Rivers State? Did you hear about knives?
Where we have a situation where the governor wants to present the budget, and the assembly unequivocally have said they are going on vacation or recess. And all of this are playing out in the state.
Godwin, I'm struggling, or rather I do struggle a lot of times to try not to say anything that might sound derogatory. I just think the Nigerian press has a problem.
Help us understand it.
That story is as false as anything can possibly be.
So what is the
There is no record of the governor saying, I'm coming tomorrow.
He has come out repeatedly. When Fubara has come, all right, please.
Just 1 second. I'm not aware that there was any day. There's a process for even receiving the governor to the assembly. The governor just don't wake up in the morning and say, I'm coming to present budget. It doesn't work that way. The governor will write to the assembly. The speaker will present it for the assembly. The SSNSC wants to present a budget. Dates. They will debate on it, agree on it, and write him back. That's the way it works. It's a procedure. So it's not about, I wanted to go there to go and present, they refuse. No, it doesn't work that way. You write a letter to the assembly informing them that you want to come and present a budget. And that letter will be read on the floor of the assembly. And after, they will deliberate and then fix a date that the speaker will communicate back to the governor that we are waiting to receive you on so date. What I know that transpired in the last couple of weeks was that the governor said he wanted to, allegedly, that's what, he wanted to present the budget in the new assembly premises. So when I hear stuff like, oh, the assembly refused to meet the governor, or the governor refused to, those are not facts. Those are just downright speculations.
Speaking of facts, there have also been speculations that the FCT minister is allegedly controlling the entire party structure.
What's wrong with that?
In Rivers State.
What's wrong with that?
Looking at this, doesn't this also tell us that Rivers State right now is under some form of cabalotocracy?
What is wrong with that?
So there's nothing wrong with an FCT minister sitting in Abuja, serving under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, controlling the structure of the state. You're saying there's nothing wrong with it?
I don't see. I'm unequivocal about it. Like they say in my place, I don't carry water from out. There is nothing wrong with anybody building a structure of a political party, and he's not the first.
Controlling the structure.
He's not the first. He's not the first.
From another political party, controlling the structure of both the APC and the it is even alleged right now.
I will back there.
Let's even look at it from the two sides. It's alleged right now that Rivers State is now a PD-APC state. The first coin word.
Maybe if you go back to how we started, that we need to agree that what obtains in Nigeria are just simply SPVs. They are not based on ideology. You know, see, you're coming back to where I'm coming from. If they were based on ideology, well, so everybody else creates opportunities for themselves. That's what happens. So that's why I said I don't have a problem with anybody who is been able, smart enough to create a situation where he dominates his entire space.
Even in Rivers State, sitting FCT minister controlling the structure of the state.
What is wrong with that? Did he commit any legal offense? Did he commit any offense against the Constitution of Nigeria?
I don't think at this point it's creating more cracks and divide, even within the political blocks of Rivers State.
How? How do you mean? I need to be explained to. I need to be explained to. If what he's doing is strange, is that the first time that one person is controlling the parties?
From another political bloc. You want to cite instances, at least to help us understand it better?
Are you talking about the First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic?
Any republic that you take up, but preferably for the sake of the viewer at home, probably you can take it from the Fourth Republic.
I might have issues with numbers if we talk about the Fourth Republic. I sincerely will probably have issues with numbers because I speak from the point of facts. I don't want to say anything that tomorrow I'll feel foolish. Do you understand? But the point I want to make is this. If we had political parties, it would have been impossible for one person to control two parties. Practically impossible. What we have are special purpose vehicles. So whatever happens in that situation, maybe this is the first time that it's out there in the open. It's not new, where people stay in one party and dictate the terms of enjoyment in the other parties. It's not the first time. Towards elections, you will see a particular candidate or a particular party sponsoring weaker candidates in the other parties. In the Southeast, one or two states, because I don't have the facts on documents, so I won't be free at liberty to say that. The governor literally, sponsored the candidate is in almost all the other parties apart from PDP. All the Labour Party, SDP, they were all these candidates. So the problem we have here is that Joseph Wike seems to be a little bit out there to say this is what I'm doing and not being, trying to hide or whatever, play smart. No, this is where I stand on this. But people are doing things that are terrible. Worse than whatever they think he's doing. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is within the context of the political party system, there are no parties. You just have groups of people who create platforms that are used to go for elections and to win.
And you've called it special purpose vehicle.
That's all.
That's interesting. Now, let's even move away from Rivers State and try to tie this up.
Let's go to Akwa Ibom, cross river.
If you want us to take it to Akwa Ibom, of course, who am I to say no?
No, it's okay.
But then looking at all the local government system, which is the third tier of government.
Ouch, that does not exist.
Well, Schedule 7 of the Nigerian Constitution captures it. So we cannot categorically say here that it does not exist.
I'm speaking in practical terms.
But it does exist because it is the government at the grassroots and it's captured. I'm citing, you want empirical fact, and I'm citing Schedule 7 of the Nigerian Constitution.
Under the Constitution, there's a provision for local governments.
Yeah.
But speaking in practical terms, those are people that the governors appoint. Then they will go there, and most often than not, they are used as conduit pipes for siphoning public funds.
Allegedly.
Well, you are comfortable with that?
No, let's allege on
my views are not the views of Rapid TV. So if anybody wants to sue me on what I'm saying, but you can feel free. I'm saying that the local government, because of the way they are even appointed, that's why everybody is screaming that the elections bringing local government chairman should go back to INEC as if INEC is any better. But Nigerians are all agreed. Even the Supreme Court ruled on that. The local governments are not functioning as prescribed by the Constitution. That's why I was saying that they don't exist. You can't find. There's only one place that democracy is working now in Nigeria. Only one place.
All right.
Rivers State.
No, people from Lagos State would disagree with you.
No, I will tell you that because
Lagos State would disagree with you on that
How?
submission, because Lagos State have more effective local council authorities and local governments.
No,
20 local governments in Lagos
No.
are effectively working, and of course they would
the
disagree
point,
with you.
I think you need
Yeah,
to listen to
I'm
me.
tying this out to one party.
No, the point I'm making, Godwin, is that it's only one place that you have a local government system where the local government chairmen are challenging the governor. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, my apologies.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's even look at the whole local government structures in Nigeria. You've said that they don't exist, but let's go by the paperwork, which have said that they exist. Now, we are already where we are right now as a people, looking at the one-party state. Once a governor emerged from the All Progressive Congress, let's assume, automatically the whole local government system is tilted towards the all.
That was what I was saying.
So when we look at all of this, doesn't this spell doom to our nascent democracy?
Still the same points I'm making, that the political party system is not working. The parties are not leading us. They are ruling us. They have this instincts of military government or military dictatorship. You know, a governor cannot be challenged. You dare not, speak. Some time ago, within the week, somebody said a speaker said something about the governor, or the legislator said something about somebody. I said, how can you say that? I said, in the political space, people say stuff. I give an example. Anthony Wedgwood, popularly known by most people as Tony Benn, referred to Thatcher as Prime Minister as the witch in Down Street. Every day we hear Trump say all sorts of things. It's freedom of speech.
Well, Mr. Kingsley, let's even, as we begin to wrap up, because I've been saying that our time is fast spent, let's even look at the way forward right now. You've said first that the political parties have become more of a special vehicles.
Special purpose vehicles.
Purpose vehicle. And you've also said that there is nothing wrong with a one-party system. But looking at where we are right now,
What's the way
how do
forward?
we strengthen even the whole system? Or should we be talking about even doing away with the entire political space right now, and probably we go back to a monarchical system?
Godwin, no matter the amount, the type of governance system you bring into Nigeria, see the same thing. You get the same result. The result will be different the day Nigerians decide to take their destiny in their hands. I used to argue with people when they say every community gets the kind of leadership it deserves. I used to argue. I said, what if somebody uses a knife or a gun and puts a gun to my head and he says, no, you're going to do this, either you do that, kill. And maybe all that, you said the person acted on that duress, right? I'll tell you something. I was talking with my friend this evening. There's nothing happening in Nigeria now that's not been validated by Nigerian people. Sometimes around 1991, 92, when Nigerians were screaming against military government and all that, certain Nigerians set up an association called Association for Better Nigeria. They were actually the ones who helped to truncate Abiola's election. They went to court and all that. These were Nigerians. They were not military men. They were people who were rich, who were not hungry. And when they called rallies, Nigerians filled up the place. Some years later, General Sani Abacha took over, may he so rest in peace, my #1 Nigerian leader. Some people came up with youths earnestly asked for Abacha. The stadium here in Abuja was full. They said they wanted one. They didn't get those 1 million people from Guinea or Burkina Faso. under President Goodluck Jonathan, we had something they called transformation
agenda.
Transformation ambassadors of Nigeria, TAN. People who, said all sorts of things and all of that.
Yeah.
Right now, we have City Boys movement. These are Nigerians who are validating what the system does. Until we wake up and say, no, enough of this. I'll give you a practical example. When Kwankwanso was governor, he ran against Shekarau. I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right. Either Shekarau or Shekarau, who ran under APP. Now, it got to the point when they wanted to announce the election. The entire Kanu elite, plus the ordinary Kanu people, went to INEC office, announced the result, the proper result, or you won't leave this place. INEC had no option than to announce the proper result. That was how Shekarau became governor of Kano State. Popular democracy is about the people. When you even look at the definition of democracy, is that what people say, the Western type democracy? Government of the people, by the people, for the people, right? Now, this government or this system we run is neither of the people, not by the people, but for some people. So until Nigerians decide to say, no, we won't have this. Godwin, I know you probably have a morning show here, right?
Yeah.
Just like every other TV station. Would there be democracy without elections?
I doubt.
Now, do we have the electoral law that will guide our elections?
We still have the Electoral Act of 2022.
That people are quarreling over. And why are they quarreling over? That it does not provide for a system that guarantees. Although
INEC have said that they've been able to align themselves with
what Nigerians
and they've
now
improved on what the act
why is it why is this such an impossible thing? If our national anthem basically took like 48 hours for us to change.
Well, let's not go there.
No. I will go there. God, you know why I will go there.
Let's not go there.
Do you know why I will go there?
All right, take us
I'll tell you why I will go there.
Please.
Is that I don't have a problem with the change, but the National Assembly, responded to that. We hear every day about billions and trillions loans granted, discussed in less than a week. The thing that will sustain and defend and protect our democracy, which are the laws guiding the electoral process, we're toying with it. And the Nigerian people are going about their business as if it's no big deal. If it wasn't for that honorable member from Sokoto State, we would never have known that the tax law was tampered with.
Well,
so it's when the Nigerian people decide to say, no, this is about us. We want to be part of it.
Well, Mr. Kingsley, I know we still have not scratched the surface of this conversation because we have a lot to even look into. But then I've been saying that by my producer that it's time for us to go. I want to say thank you so much, sir, for finding out time to be with us here on Korero.
You're welcome. It was wonderful having this conversation.
I hope when next we need you, you'll be available for us.
Well, these days, considering the fact that I said I'm a capitalist.
We'll take that to be a yes, coming from a capitalist.
That's to say that since I'll be paid for such a I'll be paid for
since the bourgeois and the proletariat is involved in this, so we need to create a balance in the divide.
You're welcome,
thank you
brother.
So much.
That's okay.
We really appreciate it. Well,
thank you.
Viewer, this is how far we can go tonight on the Korero. Do not forget that you can leave your thoughts, leave your comments with us on our various social media handle currently showing on your screen. And you can also download the Rapid TV app from your Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcasts. My name is Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Do enjoy the rest of your night rest. Bye for now.